pointed at it sternly, and it did it.
Oh, it says we're up.
We are up. This is we don't negotiate with terrorists. We're gonna get this to work. Everyone has faith in us.
Thank God it's Tuesday. Pull up a seat, talking Commanders football, drinking our whiskey neat. First Amendment sports, Ken, Kevin, and Tim. Don't muff it up, fellas, hail to the Redskins. Thank God it's Tuesday. Thank God it's Tuesday. Thank God it's Tuesday, here on First Amendment Sports.
Thank you, and welcome back to Tuesday Night EO. You don't ever really need anything more than the audio with this bunch down here. I'm Ken Meringolo. I'm a Washington Commanders fan. It's been 7 weeks since my last win. He's Kevin Ricca.
My name's Kevin Ricca. I, too, am a Washington Commanders fan, and I don't know what the hell's going on.
It's a crazy sequel to last season. That's a little little tease to how we're going to have fun tonight. We're going to talk sequels, and we do have our main man, Greg, helping us out with that. Ken Harris, tip of the cap to you, sir. Great season for the Mustangs this year. Can't believe Gonzaga did us. Kind of raw, but they did. EO, Rhett, Derek, Robert Cohen, all our good friends across the pond in Wales, the whole crew. Appreciate you guys for being with us on a Tuesday night. Hey, it ain't a victory Tuesday. So why are we smiling? Well, it's the greatest day of the week, first and foremost. And I very much appreciate seeing this young man hanging out on a Tuesday night. It's been a hell of a ride. And at 3-8, not the way we saw it, not the sequel we were hoping for. Certainly, when I always think in terms of sequels, for the most part, especially comedy sequels. I mean, they take whatever worked in the first movie and they run it right back at you, right? A total formula, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. We don't have that same formula this year.
Now, a lot of the cast and characters came down with influenza during the shooting of this project and other physical ailments, mentally, physically.
Yeah, all of it.
I just don't want to punch our kicker in the face.
All right, so.
Well, he's no longer our kicker. But
I think this is, rabbit hole, baby. What's up, EO? For sure. They're the greatest. I've given myself a bad name by being so willing over the years to talk kickers. And I had thought
Ken Rabbit Hole Meringolo is self-induced.
Exactly. This is not just a bourbon brand. Also, it's where I live on every topic. But I tried to put it to bed and be like, hey, I've talked about it enough. I mean, it is a thing over the years. It's been a thing for my entire adult life. Obviously, it was not a thing when we were kids. We had the NFL MVP kicker with the greatest perm on the planet, Mark Mosley.
I mean, he did let his soul glow.
Yeah.
But I love that he was the MVP. We've talked about his stats that year.
Game winners.
He was 12 of 38 career from 50 plus.
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
he set the trend.
MVP kicker. Chip Lohmiller, one of the all-time great kickers. We also had him. Not to say we never had a good kicker or even a pro.
At the time, Mark Mosley was a great kicker.
Yeah. And my adult life, we've had so many kickers come through here. I know Greg especially, but all of us on the board here, we could run through the names, just the names of people who are kicking right now in the league at a pro-worthy level for some other team. Two of them played against each other this weekend. I think it was Riley Patterson and Zane Gonzalez. But these are names, right? This is not like
I wrote their names down. How do you know their names are off of
Dude, I mean,
it's amazing
because
I know their names.
Because I talk too much about it. But that's also because, I think back, I was trying to remember in my adult life, the kicker that I might have been most excited about, that I can be honest about. I thought when we signed And this is how stupid I got a rabbit hole. John Hall, when we brought John Hall over from the Jets, I believe.
Oh, yeah. When we were doing all that jet swapping.
Chad Morton, we got some other dudes.
Lavernius Cole, Santanius Moss did the two-step switcheroo.
Yeah.
The Arcala, Acela train.
All of it. I like John Hall. I thought John Hall was going to... I remember thinking, hey, this is kind of like a Redskins type kicker. And he wasn't bad, but Norv Turner probably would have certainly been the coach longer, and he may have been hoisting a piece of hardware or two if he had a kicker one or two of those years. And then we've just cycled through so many of them. Last year we thought we fixed it with Brandon McManus. He's out. We go through how many kickers did we go through last year? Do you have that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And that's a lot.
6.
That includes McManus?
Hold on. Last year.
Yeah. I mean, it was
last year's McManus took us. I have Austin Siebert, Zane Gonzalez, Cade York, Ramiz Ahmed, and Greg Joseph. Is this real? Are those real names?
Yeah.
Like from 2002, James Tuthill and Jose Cortez.
Yeah.
04, Ola Kimron and Jeff Chandler. Are these real names?
These are.
You guys really did this in the last 25 years? Kyer Vedvik, Chris Blewett. I mean, Zach Hawker.
Yeah.
Remember John Potter?
John Potter.
Come on,
Potter's
no, you
son.
don't remember him. Michael Husted, Chris Hepner. These are 2000 since 2000.
Oh,
this
yeah.
isn't even in the 19s.
No, and every kick, and so there's 32 NFL kicking jobs. Do you mind if we just talk kickers just for a second or two?
What the hell else are we gonna talk about? The goddamn team?
No. All right, so it's important to have a good kicker, and when you get one, you do it. You hold on to them, and guys do get them right. The most recent, like the Vinatieri's, the Tuckers, the Vanderjacks, the Goskowskis.
Tucker, I hardly know her.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, he did that to himself.
Plenty of these guys are out there. We can talk about. We'll get to talking about the best
I
kickers
think he's
today.
off the suspended list, by the way. Just for
Who's
your.
this?
I think.
Tucker is? Oh, for sure.
Yeah. They're like, maybe it was just.
Hey, if we were 8-3 instead of 3-8, he'd already be on our team. I'm pretty sure.
Well, we would have picked him up 5 weeks ago.
Yeah. But at 3-8, you're kind of like, I don't need to be 3-8 and hiring Hansy McTucker. You know. So or actually no, Knuckles McTucker, Knuckles McKnuckler. Listen, Knuckler. I barely even know her. I think that's at the end of the day.
Cheers to the knuckle of the moose.
32 jobs, 32 NFL kicking jobs that we can all agree on, and teams you go through these guys. Almost nobody gets somebody good for a long stretch of time. I mean, it's like freaking lightning in a bottle, but. You do have a professional grade kicker, and over the last 25 years, what it's meant to kick, like they moved back the extra point. That's kind of hard. They changed the kickoff rules. We talked enough about that. They've changed the way you can treat balls. We've talked enough about that. But right this very second,
Man, ball treatment has truly escalated in the league.
They're massaging balls.
As Tucker.
They can massage the balls.
Tucker knows all about this.
It's legal ball massaging.
He's doing it on and off the field.
It's all, yeah, well, he sure is. And so
both were illegal.
No, you can massage the balls now.
I know.
Okay.
But not then.
Sure. Not then. That's true.
And he was very...
It's true.
He was
like,
he
hey.
was instrumental in convincing others.
They decriminalized it. Like, they decriminalized it at some point.
He's off the suspended list.
They decriminalized ball massaging. It's not yet legal in all 50 states.
Rabbit hole rules.
Recreational ball massaging for the consenting adult is just perfectly okay.
Consenting is proper there. NFL consent is being determined as we speak. Off the suspended list.
Off the suspended list. So that's going to be a winning team's problem, unfortunately. There's no reason, I don't think.
Yeah. Only the winners want the greatest ball massagers.
That's great. That's right. He's earned his spot.
Can I just say one thing? You didn't think I would have a kicking stat, but I have one.
Let's go.
I have one for you. First of all, a question for all of you. I think we all know 1 and 2 career field goals made, but I thought 3, 4, and 5 was interesting. So if anyone wants to throw in
For our team?
For our Redskin Commanders.
Ain't nobody recently.
Mosley with 263 and Low Miller 175. I imagine everyone on here, I'm not going to, degrade your guys' abilities to know that. But
those are points or made field
made
goals?
field goals.
Made 3-pointers.
Yep.
Okay.
So third on the list all time.
Old school. There's got to be someone from like the 60s and 70s on there.
There's a man from the 60s and 70s on there, and he is fourth. And I had never heard his name before, and I'll get made fun of. But I just
Is his first name Len?
It's not Len.
Okay.
But that's a great 60s, 70s guess. Like, there's a lot of guys with weird names then. Was his first name Harry? No. No, I don't know a lot of Harrys, but I don't know a lot of Lens either.
Give me his initials, and that'll be the only hint I get for the kicker. For the 60s, 70s, the old guy.
CK.
Okay.
The OG Calvin Klein. CK1. CKK1. How about that?
I don't got it.
CKK1. I don't got it. Curtis Knight.
Yeah. Ooh, and it's this, and the K is silent.
Curtis Knight. Yeah.
He came with the silent K.
Yeah, 69 to 75, I believe. That was an era that we were not on this planet. So.
All right, so that.
But number 3, you guys got to guess at the third all time.
I'll let the board.
Kind of surprising with the board. And then the one stat I have though is when you determine who this guy is, this same gentleman also is our all-time single season most field goals made. Okay.
Yeah.
That number is 34. All-time single season field goals made for our franchise in one season was 4th in the league that year. So it was 4th in the league that year.
So yeah, I'm starting to get the feeling that like a lot of our team stats, our top 3 are like legitimate career stats, and 4 and 5 might be like really, really great short runs by somebody. Like I don't know. I'll let the board.
It's just the number 3.
away.
Mosley's 1 with 263. Lohmiller's 2 with 175. Curtis Knight 4 with 101. There's only one other guy with more than 100 field goals made for our franchise, third all time. He's got the most single season. That was 4th in the league the year he did it. And just for I like our painful fan stats. Again, 17 kickers, 26 times would be our franchise single season field goals made kicker guy. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's happened 35 times in the NFL. We are behind the game in this, and it's bonkers how far back
That's what I want to talk about. No, I don't. I want to take a guess. Was it the guy? It wasn't Steve Cox, but was it the guy Steve Cox subbed in for?
No, Steve Cox subbed in for
the guy. The number 3.
No.
Number 5.
No. Steve Cox, only 4 all-time field goals made. Isn't that crazy?
They just brought him in to
long.
Boom it, yeah.
Because for the length.
Yeah.
They're like,
it's all about the length.
Bring out the length. Yeah. Mosley had the girth and the perm. Cox had the length.
But Cox didn't come in for Mosley.
No. I'm just saying.
Who did he come
Mosley,
in for?
It was
It wasn't like
he was
Haji
solid.
Sheik
Yeah, it was one of these solid.
Dejas or something crazy.
I know who it is too.
Yes.
It's not Lohmiller and it's not Mosley.
Yeah.
So, but whatever.
Dustin
we only have
Hopkins?
4 all time, and Dustin Hopkins is correct.
Ken Harris gets Dustin Hopkins. You get the credit, my friend.
Dustin Hopkins from 16 to about 21. We had him on and off. We kind of jerked him around a little bit. And then he proved himself. But Dustin Hopkins has 163 career makes and 34 in 2016, which made him the Redskins' all-time single-season record holder and 4th place in the NFL that year, 9 seasons ago.
That was our first.
That's as good as we've got. So in the last decade of the ball flying through from 60, 59, relentless. And I do believe Graham Gano, if you guys were going to ask, he's all-time longest. 59. And we were like, here you go, Giants. Have our record-setting all-time. So Mosley the most ever. Hopkins most in 1 year. 59. Graham Gano the longest. Our kicking shit is rough. And I hate talking about it, but I don't mind talking about it when we're 3-8, acting like some.
Yeah, we're not 3-8 because we can't get the kicker, but we are 3-8 because of the kicker, because it would be a different record if we had a more average kicker for 2025. I would like to talk about.
There'd be a couple games difference this year.
Yeah, and to what you said about how far behind we are. Like this is now like an embarrassing situation. I mean, if it wasn't already, which it probably should have already been, but like now it's officially embarrassing. This is a very, this is like everyone can make their kicker jokes, and I don't care. But It's points. They're the highest scoring point guys in the league. And last time I checked, like you got to score points, and we consistently fail at kicker. So here's my proposition, my proposal for you, Kev. And
Propose it.
Take this with a grain of salt. I'm not a smart guy, but we have to completely change the way we look for kickers. I think everybody should. I think that I no longer value college football kicking experience. I think it's pointless. I have no problem. That to me should be like the last line, the terminal stop for 99% of kickers. Alabama, Ohio State, Notre Dame, Michigan, like they got money to spend. They know kickers are important. They need that guy to make a 37-yarder, in the SEC championship and hope that he makes it from the freaking wide hash. Okay. But that guy's not playing in the NFL. Like, we could almost guarantee it. So let those guys make their money. Professional kicking is now a college at the college level. And there's for the 32 jobs available in the National Football League, if I'm in charge, which I'm not, if anyone's asking me, which they're not, we're no longer even paying attention to college kicking. We are only looking at 4-year. This is like my Parcells approach to kicking. Like he had that approach to quarterbacks with like how many starts, how accurate, how many wins, blah, blah, blah. How many total games. I think for kicking, it's 4-year, top 10, top 20 college soccer player, preferably a center midfielder or a center back. These are the guys who are making those kicks. They then can get the tips and tricks from a kicking camp here or there. I'm done with like the Johnny Van Buren V.
Or just some coaching. I'll go for some coaching.
Or some coaching.
Tips and tricks sounds.
All right, tips and tricks.
That's gross.
They're like, oh, my son, this is his 8th year of kicking camp. We think he's going to be.
We have a little trick. Come over here and we'll show you our tip. Yeah. Good luck, kicker.
I'm out on college football kicking. Of course, there's guys.
Out.
I'm out.
But what about I get what you're saying about like some of these guys.
This is where we have to recruit from.
I get it. And some of the elites are from that specific place you're talking of. So I'm not going to downplay it. But there has to be something said for making a goddamn kick from 48 yards in front of 100,000 people.
I understand.
Because some of these Division I college soccer games are not 100,000 people. They're 1,000 people. And they're good kickers. No, but I guess it starts there. It starts out with that. That's your,
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of Aubreys just flying around all over the goddamn place.
This is where I disagree. I think Aubrey, he was a 4-year college starter for Notre Dame soccer. He played center back at Notre Dame. Never played football. He was drafted by the MLS into the Toronto FC. Played for a couple years. Got bounced around. And he actually said, "Oh, I went to Notre Dame. I'm a smart guy. I'm going to get a job as an engineer," which is what he was trained in or whatever. So he's done with sports after a couple years of professional soccer. And the legend goes, but I'm sure this isn't true, but that his wife was like, "Well, you could miss that 40-yarder if they're going to pay that guy to do it."
He confirmed that, but also cute thing to say about.
Yeah, he's a giant dude with a strong leg.
He's a giant dude with a strong leg.
And he took some classes. I mean, literally, like he took like that is like and he joined with the.
There
Birmingham.
are probably physics classes that Dylan's taking right now to determine leg swing, and I'm not joking.
I'm not joking at all.
I know you're not.
I'm not, and I like remember when Bruce Allen used to jam up our ass that like he was only going to draft I'm only drafting 5th-year seniors who were in the top 5 voting of their captain.
They had to be
votes.
captains of the JV team.
Yes, and so you know what? How about they have to be be a science and math guy? I don't care. I mean, I do think the physics of kicking and throwing and everything in sports is important, and kicking more so than anything because it's just like a very singular, quick motion, and you have to do it the exact right way. So I'm only recruiting. When I say I respectfully disagree with you. I think there are a good amount of Aubreys. There's only needs to be 32 Aubreys in the world. Now, are there 32 Aubreys in the world? I don't know. But there's 20. There's 25. I'm talking like 6'3", a stud.
He might have one of the most powerful legs.
Yes.
I know, but you think
But he's doing it. It's technique. When you
there's
watch
another
it,
30 of those guys that can travel and spend time with the team and be part of a nucleus of a family.
His experience is
because to be
soccer.
fair, and it's fair, but as an NFL kicker, as you've heard many people say, they're not real. when they go travel, everyone's got to be here, there. These guys are in their hotel rooms playing video games all freaking day. You got to be built a little bit differently to be a part of that. You're never really on the inside. So
but they do have the experience of being in
the man.
They certainly they've been the best player on their team. No, it wasn't football, it was soccer, but they've been the best player on their team all the way through. Like Brandon Aubrey was the center back at Notre Dame
for 15 years of their life. They were that. So that part I understand. But all of a sudden you're like, what the hell? There's $120 in here.
Yeah.
And there's a dude that's in the new Avatar flying around here that looks just like a dinosaur. You might get me. You see that shit? Oh my God. But I'm just saying there has to be something, but there has to be both. It's like NBA. You got to cultivate what you got right here. Then you got to go global, which they've done in our lifetime specifically.
Dude, it was literally the home for 5'6" immigrant kickers in the NFL with multiples. Like I'm Meringolo. That would have been the easiest kicker name to pronounce.
Oh yeah, all the Zendaya husses were screwing everybody up. People couldn't understand it until they started making kicks, and people were cheering, "Hoorah!"
Exactly, and they were
never said "hoorah" before, but
"hoorah."
That's what you say for kickers.
They were better. They were better than the straight-on toe guys who were just cranking cigarettes in the locker room and coming out to kick. You know what I mean?
You're really upsetting Joe Big Toe Kroenig.
Yeah, I know.
Mark. The Perm Mosley. Steve Cox came in straight toe as the depth guy, which makes no sense at all in physics.
No, I mean that is the coach saying, "I feel lucky. I'm going to let a guy toe it from 60 yards." It is a very low percentage shot. So I guess I am willing to be wrong about not going college kicker. I'm saying change our mindset. I'm saying we just have to do it differently. We can't do it the same way. It's been a disaster forever. It is such if we're not talking about it because it's working, that's the best thing in the world. It hasn't been for 20 years.
What was at Catholic school? It had to be a G-rated movie for the whole school to see it.
Yep.
And I believe it was an ass named Gus.
An ass named Gus.
Do you remember?
I watched that.
But it wasn't an ass named Gus.
It was a mule or
it was
something.
Called one super whatever. Fucking Gus,
the greatest athlete in the world.
90-year-old
remember that one?
Donkey, from ass face field goals,
of course.
But the accuracy, all that ass and accuracy. That's all we need. Gus, we just need Gus, Ken.
You forget so quickly.
There's a Disney movie, I think, sponsored by the Pope.
Miami Dolphins. Forget about the Miami Dolphins.
It was that and Old Yeller were the two movies.
That and Old Yeller.
Year. Sorry.
I mean, Ace Ventura was hired as a pet detective to chase down the Miami Dolphins kicker.
And laces out is the most famous kicker line.
What was the name of that?
Or wide right. They also incorporated wide right into the goddamn script because they know that they were going to have the most present day and old school greatest two kicker remembrances besides
laces out. And and Dan Marino's and all that. What was the name of the kicker? What was the name of the Dolphin?
Norwood.
No, Norberg was
Jeff
OJ.
Norwood. I thought he was the actual kicker.
I'm talking about. I'm sorry.
In the movie,
I'm talking about the name of the dolphin. It was Sprinkles, but it wasn't Sprinkles.
It was close. It was Spark. No, why'd you say Sprinkles and ruin my night? It's right there.
Yeah, it is. So I'm
Gus is greater than Herbie the Love Bug.
All right, so I'm Herbie the Love Bug over Gus.
I'm Gus all day. Greatest kicker in franchise history.
But remember the movie The Greatest Athlete in the World? And it was that guy, and it was just I remember I was literally in middle school, and it was the greatest athlete in the world, and it was he just was good at everything. And when looking back, I remember it was like a non-muscular blonde perm-headed white dude, and you're like, wait, how is he the greatest athlete in the world? What's going on here?
He now rocks the catwalk at the Met Gala.
Snowflake. Snowflake is the name of the dolphin.
I was trying not to talk about Bruce Jenner's high school football career.
Remember that movie? All of a sudden, people are running, and then he just rounds the corner, and he's running faster than everyone. He's stronger than everyone. He's throwing the javelin. I'm like, who is
Finkel the Einhorn Finkel.
Was he Greatest American Hero? Was that the same actor?
As
the greatest athlete in the world?
Maybe. Because I don't remember the greatest athlete in the world at all.
Equally absurd.
But there was a blonde-headed, permed up with a slight Mosley.
No athletic.
Yeah.
Not a speck of athletic. All right, so I'm saying I understand that
Ray
if you're
Finkel.
show me a 6'4" kicker from Michigan or Alabama or fucking wherever, and you say they're like they were born to kick in the pros. Okay, I get it. Are you going to draft that guy in the first round? I hope not. But I'm done with it. This is 25 years. 25 years of trying to catch lightning in a bottle, turning over kickers. Our stadium is notorious among kickers historically for being a bad place to kick. I think the change of turf that they made and the difference in the ball handling that you're allowed to do now legally, recreationally, it makes it a better place to kick. But
if you get the medical, it's way better than just a.
You want the medical?
Yeah, I mean
that's a quicker line.
The prices,
my
the prices is bonkers.
So I'm
also real quick. Since 2016, Dallas has 30 more 50-yard field goals than us. Is that? Are you kidding me? Not just 30 more field goals than us. 30 more 50-yard field goals coming out of Jerryland than right here in Landover. 30? You sons of bitches.
It's like that.
That's crazy, man.
The whole thing about
that
signing
is so crazy.
It's so
that
it's
is
like
so dumb.
It shines a light.
It says how stupid we were for so long.
That's what I'm saying.
We're the dumbest franchise since left. Casserly was not making choices. The dumbest franchise since Casserly stopped making choices.
I am only drafting a 4-year top 10 college soccer player who was drafted into some level of professional soccer, not football.
I'm hoping with no knowledge of the Burgundy and Gold franchise. That'd be the best part.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I'm talking like a corn-fed dude from like Wisconsin who's just a beast of a soccer player who's just never, ever going to be a great soccer player, but he can kick the fuck out of the ball.
The corn-fed beast soccer player from Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Cheese-eating?
Yeah.
Fullback?
Just saying. That's by the way.
Who are you?
That's where I'm going.
Who is that man?
I'm only going that route. If I'm in charge, I'm never.
Uruguay started no one over 5'10" in the World Cup, in the previous World Cup. There was not one man over 5'10".
I understand. And
I was like,
I know
why do we have to feed them corn?
And I know those guys
can
kick
the
50
shit
yarders
out of it. Right.
You know why?
No, I want 65-yarders.
You know why those guys
done.
can? Those guys can. You know why the Forlani? You're talking about Uruguay. I mean, I'm sorry, I have to bust out a little Uruguayan. But those guys, it's physics, it's technique. They understand. They understand.
That's why I'm challenging your corn-fed Missouri.
Well, but you look at Aubrey. I'm talking about Aubrey. Aubrey is just like that kind of guy. He's like 6'3", 200+ pounder. Who just. But when you watch him kick, he's not rearing back at Bryson DeChambeau style and swinging for the fences. He's literally just taking it back, and it's like Freddie Couples. It's just a nice do, and you know what I mean? Like physics. He's a smart cat. Like if you do it the right way, you don't have to be the biggest guy to hit it. Like Cam Little,
he's played for 5 minutes. He has more 60-yarders than anyone in the history of the sport.
He just qualified, I think, based on his minimum to be like
most,
like he's like the greatest kicker alive.
Yeah.
Who's playing based on how many the minimum amount of attempts to have that stupid title.
Yeah, now he's telling his wife, I think I need to get my leg massage. She's like, no, the hook you don't, boy. I've seen this movie before.
Oh, yeah. No kicker ever gets masseuse privileges from here on out.
No.
That's just,
Tucker
ruined it for everyone.
Yep.
Sorry.
She's got to outsource it with her group of.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm talking about overreaction. You talk about the Uruguayan, those are like the best soccer players in the world. That's fine. I'm talking about serious irrationality here. Okay, so first and foremost, I told you who I'm hiring as kicker. No one cares, but that's the only person I'm hiring. That's where I'm looking. That's how I'm doing it. But if
We're
you want
to kick our way out of this season,
yes. If you want to know the truth, if you look at European or international soccer, the best players in the world, they get to be like 33, right? And they're too old for that game because the players over there, you have Mbappe, and these guys are just crazy. They get pushed out by the next generation, and the next generation comes as like an 18 or 19-year-old. So these 31, 32-year-old guys who are still the best athletes on the planet and incredible players, they have to find somewhere else to go. They end up coming to the MLS. There's no boner loving anything about the MLS. They're much better off.
It's a non-boner league.
It's the non-boner league.
Yeah.
You know what? So I'm saying, like, I used the word Messi before. Obviously, Messi's not going to be our kicker next year, probably.
Can you imagine?
But that's what I'm talking about. That's what it has to be. We have to basically say, we have to go to somebody and say, hey, listen, like I've watched the best players on the planet kick 80-yard rockets and score goals. You know what I mean? Like, and those guys can't play where they want to play because the players now are too good at 20 years old. But they can kick their brains out.
But why the shits would they want to come be the but they've been making 40 gazillion euros, and now they're going to get 3.1 American dollars, which is like $50 over there right now.
You're 100%. We cannot match any money.
By the way, hold on, they have been the best of the best of the best, and like caviar eaten, exquisitely treated, and now they're gonna be like, eat shit, nerd.
Yeah, it'd be like if Jordan went to play soccer.
we need you to kick off, and someone's gonna try and. Honestly, they're going to try and kill you.
They're probably going to try and kill you.
But just if you kick it this far, they won't kill you. But if you hit one, you're probably going to get killed. Like, you know, that's a lot. That's a lot to ask.
So you're 100% right. There's no reality. There's not even an alternate universe that I can imagine where any team is going to be able to pay a kicker at the same level that they're paying players. Those guys. So. That's not going to be the way. The sell job isn't salary. And in fact, you might just say, you know what? Hey, listen, we're not going to insult you with a big contract offer. We're going to pay you the veteran minimum. You come over, Mr. Lionel Messi, be our kicker.
Yeah, Mr. Messi.
And instead, you're the first guy to do it. The NFL is the number one league. The NFL is in the conversation of top leagues on the planet. You have to consider English Premier League. You have to consider La Liga. You have to consider some of these leagues that are that are beloved by the entire globe. But the NFL is right there. And if these guys are no longer able to play for the Real Madrids, the Barcelonas, the Manchester, City and Uniteds, if that part of your athletic career is passed you by virtue of the next group of 18-year-olds who are pushing you out, be the first one. Be the first one to come over and boot a very, very, very lusciously massaged football through the uprights from 69 yards. I don't know why I said that. I don't know.
I'm gonna prefer an Australian rules football player from 71.
Okay, that's fine. I have no problem with that.
No. I'm just, if we're gonna have pipe dreams, I want to have them. Those aren't gonna be pipe dreams moving forward.
That's gonna be a punter though, more than likely.
I know they're the punters, but someone's got to be like, mate. You don't have to just punt it.
That's right.
You can also score.
He needs Australian
that Australian rules has the same, especially getting to the college game, kicking the ball is a huge deal in rugby. But Australian rules specifically, let's get it. Let's have at it, mate.
I know for a fact
we need a badass that can make a play if the shit goes crazy.
Keenan Hall is watching right now.
All right.
This is Notre Dame physics folks, and they are. First of all, they spawned Brandon Aubrey, which thanks a lot, guys.
I think that's a gross way of saying that he went to college there.
College.
I'm going to leave that up to Keenan Hall.
Yeah, fair. Keenan Hall, you guys.
I don't know who you're spawning. Who are you guys spawning this semester for?
Quit spawning Cowboys
for science
for
class.
God's sake.
Let's get tell them what to spawn, Ken.
Spawn me some physics of kicking.
Spawn me. Hold on, let me rub the helmet.
Yeah, rub that.
Talk to him.
Yep.
Yep.
Move the flag. The flag is standing at attention. So I think the science. First of all, it exists. The science of kicking exists, but we need a fresh take, and we need to go to where the spawning took place of the best kicker.
We're going back to toe kicking. We're going to go back to a whole toe kick.
Never.
Why would you ever get me that excited?
Sorry. But you want the flat. If you toe kicking was a higher probability of going in the direction you wanted when they had the flat front of the foot of the shoe. Remember that they blocked it out?
No, but it was also curved upwards.
Yeah, but if you were hitting it with a flat. I was the one
that had to run it out to the kicker at St. John's, who was also the right tackle. Yeah. And I was there for the switch. That was my job in 4th grade. It was great. Nick Jenkins went to Georgia Tech as an engineer.
Someone needs to find out if he's still kicking. I mean, engine. That's what I'm talking
I
about.
believe he's been in the shadows working on how to kick the ball. These new balls were never kicked straight ahead, were they?
No.
You're talking about rubbing them, polishing them, all
They're
the new
polishing
rules.
them. Yeah, they're microwaving
Well,
them.
now maybe like Steve Cox got it was like hitting down. It's like a golf. Like instead of just having that Bryson DeChambeau,
Boom. It was like Rock'em Sock'em.
Aubrey and DeChambeau have it right on that plane, correct? But if you can hit down on it like some of these idiots do, like John Rahm, and then you're gonna have to clear out that middle and let it get through up and then catch a little. I'm just telling you.
The only difference is,
Can't believe we're still talking about kickers. I love this.
The only difference is
I'm complicit.
you can't take a divot with your foot. So you can't go Rahm style necessarily because Rahm, he's explosive into the ground.
No, but I'm just saying.
But
you can overstep and kick from behind and put it back in your stance.
Yes.
But they're going to block it. But I'm just telling you.
But no.
I was trying to be funny about having a new toe kicker thing. I thought that's what you were coming at me with. Sorry.
No. I'm like locked
Obviously,
down in
it's
the
time
physics.
to swing it. And of course you are because that's the physics that works. And if we're going to get to 80-yard field goals, it's not going to be straight ahead toe style nuclears.
Yeah.
You can't just knuckle kick a ball and have a good end result.
If you watched Cam Little, the Jackson Jaguars kicker who recently set the record.
Everyone, remember the last time you watched Cam Little. Sorry.
The Jacksonville Jaguars kicker. So he set the record 2 weeks ago with the longest kick in NFL history, which was what, like 67-ish, 68?
You're a Niner.
Whatever.
I was hoping you're going to. It was 67.
He kicked, he swung hard. He got it out low. It didn't get blocked, and it made the distance. There's a difference between, and he's 6'1", 171 pounds. Sorry, I know that. Brandon Aubrey is 6'3", 215-ish.
He writes poetry and
He's part of the Poets and Warriors.
Is a gardener.
He's part of the Gonzaga Poets and Warriors writers.
Poets and Authors.
Poets and Authors club. The thing about God damn it! Now I can only think about the Poets and Warriors.
And Angus McGregor.
And Angus
Just let me
McGregor.
throw a little Angus McGregor in there. I've been reading that name over and over again, and I want to name something. Angus McGregor. It rolls.
If you watch, so Cam, the point is, and I know we're talking about. I do think golf is
The
relevant.
hell are we talking about? It's fun.
I think golf is relevant because it's this swing, right? It's a swing.
Specifically to kicking NFL field goals.
Okay, how about this? I know this is where. Now, this isn't when I miss T the most, but this is where I miss T. I would like to talk to the two of you guys about the physics of. He hates kickers, but the physics of throwing. I'm guessing
he had that down
his
pat.
throw and your throw were just a little bit different.
A little bit
just
different.
a little bit different.
I was a point guard quarterbaarm. He was a quarterback quarterback.
Boom,
Yes.
boom, boom.
I was a sprayed around 3-on-2 fast break. I can get it to you.
No. Your arm was unquestioned.
Fine.
Unquestioned.
No, it was fine.
But the
T was luxurious.
he had the.
It was
sit
effortless. It was Aaron Rodgers like.
Do you remember that dude who came into our basement with Harrison, the kid who went to UVA, the quarterback? He was a Pete Peters. I forget his last name.
Kevin Hogan.
Not Kevin Hogan.
Okay, who else came?
He came with Harrison Weinhold one night, and he was a dude.
Well, that's throwing me off.
All right, so he
'Cause
played.
He typically didn't bring quarterbacks.
He played he played quarterback at UVA, and he was disinvited from the team as a result of a weed situation.
Yeah, with Harrison. Oh, Harrison.
So then when we got to meet this guy, he was coming from California. He was working out with Jeff Garcia, and when he came to visit us, it was a break from his quarterback camp with Jeff Garcia. He was trying to get noticed by the league. He was 6'3", 200, and he could throw it a mile. And he was all about technique. And he talked to us about it. He literally talked my ear off about it. I'll never forget it.
No.
And I loved it. I
true.
then went to a Redskins game with him, right? We're hanging out in the parking lot. And it was Fred.
And that's when all hell broke loose.
It was Fred Smoot, Harrison Weinhold, this guy Pete, and I. So it was Pete and I break away. And he's giving me this whole thing about sitting and your girdle and all this other stuff and squaring up your shoulders.
Anytime I break it with Pete, I hate when the girdle talk
It's
comes
all
up
girdle
first.
talk. And so I think about that. I always think about that because he was, obviously he was regurgitating
It had
stuff
to be
from Jeff
Pete.
Garcia. It was
We
from
couldn't remember his
fucking
name,
Pete.
but it had to be Pete.
It was Pete.
It definitely wasn't Pete.
The manner in which you do these motions is so important.
Aubrey repeats his relentlessly every time, like Fred Couples. I will go back to previous and say, yes, that part I specifically understand.
You can see he's not swinging out of his shoes. You know what I mean? Like, he's not trying to kick it. When you watch, the one sentence takeaway is, watch the guy who just made the longest kick in NFL history.
Yeah.
He swung as hard as he could. Watch Brandon Aubrey hit 57 to 66 yarders. He's not swinging hard. It's just a perfect technique. And so that is, and again, there's something about that that's natural and you can't, instinctive. But I always say, but I'm basically, what I'm saying is there's 32 freaking jobs.
He would
Only
kick
32.
our ass for talking about kickers for a half an hour.
I think he'd be ready.
Physically fight us.
I think he'd be ready at this point in
He
time.
would embrace 10 minutes knowing what we're dealing with.
This is the second year in a row where we signed a big name veteran kicker and we were going to say conversation over.
There's no 3 more open-minded men down here that don't give a shit about what people do at any time in their lives. And it was fun to talk about our gay kicker because we knew how good he was.
He was not a bad kicker.
We also, but down here, we're 3 guys that are all, listen, I don't give a shit. It's all love down here.
Yes,
we don't give a shit. Yeah. That was a funny, fun joke, and now it's over, and it never was fun.
No.
And it never was funny.
No.
This guy put up numbers everywhere else. When I went through this little thingy about how many 50-yarders have been made, he's on the radar. There's a reason why we paid him the most guaranteed money one-year kicker's ever gotten. This dude was everywhere. Making plays just when you get into our neck of the woods. Kicking ain't easy.
And I'll say
anything goes when it comes to bros because
kicking ain't easy. All right, I'm good, but I'm gonna say but it was good. I've always prefaced the kicker conversation by saying I get it. Like nobody is like excited about it, but we can't pretend.
Did ice cube come out of your clown hand?
We can't pretend that it doesn't exist. We can't pretend that we don't have a problem. We can't pretend that this is. It seems like a trivial thing to say that we're one of the worst teams at picking kickers. I don't know if that's true. It feels like it is.
It is true,
but it's not okay anymore.
Since 2016, we're in the bottom 4 of most 50-yard field goals made. There's some bad. There's also teams that there's just how are we there? Well, we all know why. We can feel that.
Yeah. So we're going to see some professional grade kickers come through. Jake Moody's the first to do it this year to replace Mac. Yeah.
Someone just bang the Beastie Boys, have someone come in and kick it, and then we win football games.
Yep.
It's easy. When you tie up offense, defense, and specials, it's easy to win.
Hire one guy whose job it is basically starting right now. It's not like, it sounds like crazy to say find the next Brandon Aubrey because now he is like the gold standard, and you're like, oh, you can't just find Brandon Aubrey.
That's a diamond in the rough.
But I guess what I'm saying is there are
Notre Dame physics major, brilliant soccer player, 6'3", 210. Those guys are just running around willy nilly. Don't worry about it, Ken. We'll just find one of them.
Pay a
that
guy
wants to actually
a full-time
travel
salary
on a football team to kick it. Kick it.
Is it worth $100,000 a year to your $6 billion purchase to say, dude, hit the road like a 1960s baseball scout. Go find me a kicker.
I love this. This is like going back in time.
Finding out athletes. Like, just do it. Like, what are we even talking about? Like, I don't need you. Like, you can't just say anymore, like, oh, we have the whatever.
Whenever you go hands to hips talking about a kicker, I serious the shit up. Right away, I'm like, what?
That's right. We can't just be like, oh, well, it says right here that here's the top 10 accurate blah, blah, blahs from whoever. Guess what? That doesn't mean jack shit because it never has. And it's not going to start meaning any jack shit today. 32 kicking jobs. There's how many Division I college football teams? None of those guys are kicking in the NFL. Oh, those are the diamonds in the rough. The guys who can go from college to pro as a kicker are diamonds in the rough. They were there. They're getting their scholarship. They're getting their
June Ree on. Nobody bothers me.
Nobody bothers me. They're hanging out. They're living the life. They get to put some awesome pictures on their basement wall and live their life with some great stories. They're not NFL kickers. Today, NFL kickers are Brandon Aubrey. What was the?
All right.
Give me a guy with
I'm gonna kick through to the next episode.
kick through the next episode. But I'm just saying, give me a dude who drives like a old school Caprice. You know what I mean? Like a 1985 Caprice. Like a Nick. Like I'm talking like Nick Nolte from 48 Hours style guy. Just like an old school idiot guy who just drives around the country and he's just like, hey,
This is you want
Kick
to,
this
to
ball.
go find our kicker?
yeah, yes.
You're trying to fucking recreate Blue Chips too?
Yes.
I'm
No.
going to segue into Blue Chips
I'm trying to
too.
recreate 48 Hours. One of my all-time
but,
favorite movies.
But when Blue Chips 2 comes, you can't just be offering scholarships to the wrong kicker.
What was Al Brooks? This was the movie called The Scout. Was that Al Brooks? Not
How
Al
about
Brooks.
Blue Chips?
Well, no, Blue Chips was great, but I'm saying in terms of like what I'm talking about is the guy who's staying at Best Westerns, who's expensing his meals at the at Cracker Barrels, and he's just driving from Podunk Town to Podunk Town trying to find a kicker. That's who I want on the job.
But also in Europe. In the minor league soccer program.
Yes.
Eating huevos rancheros and miso
So
soup.
that's going to be
No,
more
no.
south of the border.
No,
I'm
no,
not going to
huevos
Central and South America.
You go to anywhere in Europe, you can get any noodle and any huevos you want.
All right.
But
I'm all about the huevos.
me too. But listen, if Greg Martin has a game, we have to play it real fast because he's going to fall asleep because
He might have fallen asleep in BV. What does that
he
mean?
forgot to write D's. I think he almost fell asleep in his BVDs. That's the only thing I could guess. Did he
All
forget
right.
to type D's?
All right.
Or is he in the,
All right, let's
is
go.
He, is he in the BVIs? Is he in the British Virgin Islands?
Hard stop on the kicker
No, we
conversation.
kicked it.
Straight
We've
to
never kicked it like that.
sequel Tuesday. This year was a sequel to Forget. The part due is gonna not go down as a great sequel. However, we have some great sequels here this evening to bang around. We appreciate you guys being with us. 45 minutes into this show about kickers. Here we go with.
How the hell do we just do that?
Well, we had to. In my opinion, we had to. But
Yeah.
I know someone who would disagree with that.
Well, it's all right.
Yeah. So we're gonna do sequels. Now I got the matchups, Greg. So Greg did give them to me, and I got them. So we're gonna go with 8 matchups. Okay.
Oh shit.
16 total contenders.
I have to pee. Do I just do it in my pants or what do I do?
No. You know what? I can do one of these. Let's check this out.
All right, but hold on. Can you do it in like 4 different contenderships?
Look at this guy.
Right. Look at those guys. The guy on the far left is he's popping
He's
his squat.
swimming. He's
Well,
swimming.
not right now.
Mm.
But yeah, hook me up here in like 5.
Yep, I got you.
I'll be quick.
All right,
I'll be
so
quick.
we have 8 matchups, and we're gonna get quickly to the semifinals.
Let's go quickly.
Number 1 matchup: Fletch Lives as a sequel to Fletch, and American
Right.
Pie 2 is a sequel to American Pie. The rules, however, here are the rules. You have to have seen the movie. If you haven't seen the movie, you have to vote for the other movie. That's on our honor. There is a board member who will be designated as a tiebreaker from the beginning. Tonight's going to be Ken Harris.
Attaboy, Ken.
Ken Harris, you shall tie break this evening, and we appreciate your service. These will be 8 matchups, starting with Fletch Lives versus American Pie 2. I have to tell you, I saw American Pie in theaters. Fletch was an all-time great. My brother Joe Meringolo is probably the biggest Fletch fan I know. I'm American Pie 2.
Let's live.
All right, Ken Harris. I think I know which way you're gonna go.
I
But
need
you
that
get,
portrait up there real fast.
all right, we're
though.
gonna portrait it up. I'm just gonna give you a little. Where are we? Hold on, Kev. Hold on. This. We'll be right. We'll be right back. No, we're not gonna be right back. But Greg Martin, are you Fletch Lives or American Pie 2? Because for me, going to the formula kind of discussion with regard to judging on the quality of the sequel alone. Okay, gotcha. Okay, but no, I sometimes the formula works a second time, and sometimes it doesn't. Yes, Ken Harris. Yes. Oh, I can't wait to tell Kevin when he comes back from this mystery place where he's decided he needed to go really quick. I didn't know. By the way, Kevin he's always. Kevin, hey, everybody. Hey, guys, everybody. Hey, wait, Vic, turn that light when you come back past it. Now turn that light back towards towards us so we can get the. Keep going. Oh, come on. No. Like spin the light this way. Yeah, I'll keep coming. It's got to be on your face. A little more. Good.
I feel like I'm on the Dookie spotlight.
No, now you're gonna be good to
All
go.
right.
Look it, we're right back in the whole 9 yards. You never even know anything. All right, Ken Harris broke the tie. It's American Pie 2. Now, and I will say this: it was 100% formulaic. All the American Pies, for the most part, are, and they did. I don't know if it's more nostalgia because the soundtracks are so great. And I don't know why. I saw American Pie in theaters, and I was. By the way, that was like. Okay, quick sidebar here, Kev.
Quick sidebar is I don't like any of it, but that's okay.
Yeah. One of my best friends in college, his older brother, his older brother was like 5 or 6 years older than us. He lived in Hollywood. He was a manager, and he managed Jason Biggs. Is that the guy's name? The lead singer. So that was his guy. So my junior year of college, he like comes back from Christmas break and he's like, guys, check this out. And he's got a script. Now, keep in mind, this was 1996 or whatever. If someone showed up with a script today, it's the same as if someone showing up with a script in 1996. Like, no one's I was actually in college. I had stuff I was supposed to read that I wasn't reading. I didn't have time to read a script, but it was insane. It was so good. Everyone read it. It was like the most crazy earmarked and like it looked like it had been read by a million people. It looked like it was like a historic artifact. This script after it had been around for a couple years, a year and a half in our place of living. It was.
It had been something about married.
Yes, and it was so amazing. And we knew that it was coming out. We knew the whole thing, and that opening scene. The opening scene was just outrageous, and it was right there the whole time. They copied the formula. They went back to it, but I thought it was a great movie.
Okay.
All right.
No, but you would know. I don't. I just know what I like and don't like, and I don't know why. I don't think any of it makes any sense.
Greg,
give my answer.
Greg, what's your high school graduation year? Let's find that out because I think you're much older than me. All right, number 2. Matchup number 2.
That was just number 1.
Hangover 2 versus Ghostbusters 2. So wait, can you?
I did see both.
I saw both. I'm gonna continue to let you go first.
I mean, I'm gonna go with Hangover 2. There's only one Ghostbusters. There's no way to be like Ghostbusters 2. Then it got all. But was that? Well, anyways, I'm going with my original.
I loved the original Hangover. I thought that was the movie that committed too hard to the formula. I'm a Ghostbusters 2 guy. I mean, Bill Murray. You get the same cast back for the most part, all of it, and then you get. I'm Bill Murray all day.
No, but they're the same ghost. Like, all right, I'm going to sign up for this.
No, that was Vigo. I mean, it was a totally different situation.
No, trust me, I drank Hi-C Cooler that whole summer. Ecto Cooler, sorry.
Yes.
Oh, it was straight up. We had more Ecto Cooler in our fridge. It was the only thing that was in there more was vitamin D.
And also, what was the name of the song? Oh, Ken Harris bends to Kevin Ricca on this when he goes Hangover 2. What was the Hangover 2 premise? That wasn't the Thailand one, right? Thailand was Hangover 3?
We hadn't Bangkok yet. That was Mike Tyson.
Bangkok.
I think that was 3 or 4. I don't know.
There's 3. There's 3 total.
Then Tyson.
So first one was Vegas. Hangover 2 was... No, Tyson was in Hangover 1. No, we don't know.
I don't know.
Sure. All right. Hangover 2 wins.
I don't want any trouble.
I don't want any trouble.
I know I saw both movies, and I remember not liking the fact that there was another Ghostbusters. I was like, these ghosts can't be that stupid. They keep getting vacuumed up into this little thingy, and then they get put into this.
Watch out for the vacuum, guys.
It's like just this little thingy, and it rumbles a lot. Like,
but they befriended Slimer. I don't know. It seemed like a good thing.
And Bobby Brown.
Well, so you had Bobby Brown. That was part 2, right?
They said we're in control. Grab the proton packs off the backs and they split. But not about Vigo.
The master of evil trying to rattle my boys. It's not legal.
Oh, never again will we do that.
That I can't believe we're not going. I can't believe we're not going. You're not going that direction. But
Ken said Tyson was the deciding factor.
Was Tyson was number 1 though, but was he also number 2?
I think that was his fledgling role, number 1. I think he really blossomed in Bangkok.
Because the tiger in Hangover number 1.
I don't want to get into it.
Okay.
The schematics.
You're right. I did too much kicker stuff. I don't have any. I all my extra. So we have Super Troopers 2 versus Christmas Vacation, which is a sequel. Now, I love Super Troopers 1, and I don't think that Super Troopers 2 was super formulaically whatever, because I love those guys, and I'll watch anything they do from now until the end of time. But Christmas Vacation to me is
I agree,
sacred.
and I know I saw both, and I do like both Super
It is
Troopers.
formula, obviously.
I know, but you wouldn't think I would like Super Troopers as much as I did. I did. I had a little. It was. I had an affinity for it, but of course, I got to go Christmas Vacation. This is the most difficult one I've had so far.
In the right company.
In
My
the
favorite
right
line.
time of the night.
In the year 2000.
Oh, shout out Andy Richter.
My favorite, in the right situation, my favorite movie quote is when he walks into the back of the 18-wheeler after those guys have their police car stolen and they're trapped in the back of the 18-wheeler, and he walks in and he's like, "It stinks like sex in here." When it's just been those two guys sitting there for like however many hours. And they did it so great. He whips the glasses off. He's like, "Ugh, it stinks like sex." I mean, I don't know why.
I heard you say it the first time.
I mean, I'll give it.
No, you can't just do the instant replay and reenact it. This is not drunk history. Although we should do
It's
some type
starting
of,
to get that way.
I believe that this panel we should all figure out how to do a drunk history episode moving forward.
We're gonna stay, since these sequels are all sequels. European Vacation, which is another sequel, and it will show down with Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, which is a great. Now I'm
voting Austin Powers just to get it out there.
Okay.
Ken, you can go ahead and
damn
discuss it.
I love Austin Powers, but I'm going European Vacation. I love European Vacation. It might be my favorite. One of my favorite movies.
Dad, I think he's gonna pork her. Is that European or is that? Is
Dad, I
that
think he's gonna pork her.
No.
The German chick at the very end, who he's like fooling around with, is so hot. That movie had everything. It was funny, pigs in a poke. It was Clark Griswold. It was boobs. It was Europe. They had all the funny jokes. I'm going European Vacation. I could be wrong. I could be wrong on this one. Leslie Chow was amazing. Hangover 2 is in Thailand. I don't even know where Hangover 3 was. I can't even think of it. But those guys got paid. But Hangover 2 was Thailand. Leslie Chow was. But I don't know if Mike Tyson was in Hangover 2. Ken Harris, you need to check that out.
I love it.
What's Slammin' Salmon?
I don't know. I don't know Slammin' Salmon, but I think somehow drunk history meets.
All right, here we
the
go.
basement.
Greg, you're an idea guy. Let the show go normally for like an hour and a half, which is 30 minutes too long. Out of the gate.
If we're kicking
With a
it
steady
about
drinking
kickers,
pace, then
we
at
could be
the
here all
end-
day. We didn't even say Sebastian Janikowski.
That should be our Tuesday show next week, and we'll get it. Let's work on getting a special guest. That is the kickoff to pickling season in the basement. We don't have to do anything crazy, but I do think we get a fun guest and we hang out. It's bye week. We're not covering a loss. We're not covering a loss this week either. We're talking about freaking kickers.
I'm going to tell you guys right now, there's 10 guys in town we could get down here.
Yep.
Like if there's somebody like, I don't want to sound like, oh, we can. Just saying, we're old now. It's not like.
By the way, I'm in the back of my mind too. I'm also always thinking, when's the next time you get Angela and Caroline on? And I tell you what, there's a clamoring, mostly from Ken Harris, but I appreciate that.
I'm just going to say this: Greg Barton is going to have to be on his game.
Yeah.
And we can go, and we have to give him a couple topics, and we could blow the shit out.
Oh, yeah.
With who we got on this board, with who we can put behind these microphones, Wonder Team, Wonder Twins activate.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. Slammin' Salmon, Broken Lizard movie. I've seen parts of it. I've seen the scene. It's like one of those movies where you see like the funny clips. But that comedy troupe is just outrageously good. What are they doing now?
You
Tacoma?
saw the part that said, "Dad's making Brussels sprouts.
That's Big Brussels sprouts.
You get out of here."
What are they doing? Tacoma Fire Department, something like that. Tacoma FD, something like I don't know.
Yes.
I'll watch
Yes.
whatever they do. I'll watch
Tacoma
whatever they do.
with a C.
Tacoma.
Which-
That's
yeah.
Pacific Northwest.
Yes, exactly.
All right, so you're keeping track of these winners. American Pie 2 won. They're in the top. So we get picture this as a
I'm just going
Sweet
downwards.
16.
I'm just going downward dog.
Next-
Sweet 16.
we're doing the Sweet 16.
Got it.
Hangover 2 won.
So, as your stenographer, I am confused at this point.
So we have 8 2-team matchups.
Okay.
So just
tell me
go down.
who's the winner of the first matchup?
American Pie 2.
AP2. Who's the winner? Who's next?
Hangover 2.
H2.
Christmas Vacation versus
Got
Super
it.
Troopers.
I went Vacation. Ken ended it. European Vacation. Bev D was the sorry.
Yeah. Well, but do we both say Christmas Vacation versus Super Troopers 2? So the
I
third.
did.
Yeah. So okay. So Christmas Vacation wins
Right.
in the 3rd slot.
Got it.
European Vacation wins
E.
in the 4th slot.
Euros win the 4th. Got it.
In the 5 slot, Hot Shots Part 2 versus Police Academy 2. This deserves 10 seconds of debate on the floor. I yield my time.
I have no idea. Go ahead. I saw
All right,
both.
so I've seen them both. I've seen both,
but I don't have recollection of either.
I loved. All right,
Hot
so
Shots Part 2 is Charlie Sheen, though, right?
Yeah, and I
Yes.
love Charlie Sheen. I'm a Charlie Sheen guy.
Oh.
I know. Hot Shots Part 2 to me was a very good movie.
The term Hot Shots and the name Charlie Sheen don't really come together like Sesame Street. Hot Shots, Charlie Sheen.
But
Hot
he
Shots.
was the Tom Cruise character. I mean, he was the dude. I'm going to say Hot Shots Part 2. No offense to Police Academy 2.
I'm going Police Academy 2 so as not to have anything to do with the Charlie Sheen scenario in this time.
Fair enough.
No, but he is the greatest. And he's but he just Hot Shots Part dude himself
Yes,
6
he
weeks
did.
ago. And I was like,
Wait.
Jesus.
Did I miss the Charlie Sheen situation? Did I miss
in
it?
the last month and a half?
What happened? Tell me.
When he said, no more will I pay these dudes that I humped. They cannot
To keep
do
quiet?
This. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Guess what?
right.
Now I'm free.
Now I'm free.
Cheesy bread. Well, that ain't cheesy bread, Charlie Sheen. You can't just pork anything with a hole in it.
Well,
What would Augusta say?
but
No wonder he's banned from all these major golf courses, weirdo.
Charlie Sheen's banned from golf courses?
He's a tunneler. He got the Bugs Bunny. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, no more Albuquerque. No carrots.
I'm looking for a wabbit. Is basically what you. Okay, all right. Ken Harris, you got to break this time, my brother. I mean, we got to. I don't think. While you noodle on that, and we'll get your answer. Wayne's World 2 versus Meet the Fockers, which is the sequel to Meet the Parents. Obviously, we've seen.
Well, I'm just going to tell you both. Tell you this: I've seen both,
Mm-hmm.
and I've never felt as wretched as I did after either. So,
Really, you hated them both?
I don't like either, and the sequels were legitimately like, why am I here?
But
How
were
did
the
I get
characters
here?
in Wayne's World more lovable? Wayne and Garth,
And I'm an SNL guy, and I dig
know.
these guys, but
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry.
Christopher Walken.
Enough is enough, sir. Enough is enough.
That was a good formula for you. Wayne stock. All right, so I watched Wayne's World 2 within the last 2 weeks. I am not sorry. I'm a big fan. I love Wayne's World 2. I'm going to say Wayne's World 2. You're going to go the other way. We're going to let
No, I will do this. I will go Wayne's World too.
over Meet the Fockers. Sure, yeah, because you hate them
I
both.
hate Meet the Fockers.
It was okay. I'm not gonna. I'm
I
not gonna.
don't-
You know, here's the difference to me. When I see the two, this is a perfect example. Last week, or 2 weeks ago, I was flipping through the channels and it was Wayne's World 2 was on. I clicked to it. Now it was kind of like a holding place for until I found something else. But
I would do that
I
over
went-
Meet the Fockers times 1,000. I
Yes.
just recognized that in my
yes,
brain.
yes, that's where
But I was
that's
like,
exactly where I'm at.
I was working through it.
Yep.
It's not even close to me.
I do go that route. So all right, so
I'm not saying I love Wayne and Garth, but I'll watch them for a minute or two, which will turn into 15.
yeah.
I am taking Meet the Fockers off the second it blinds my eyes.
All right, go put Hot Shots Part 2 as the winner in the 5 slot because Ken Harris broke that tie.
Got
Wayne's
it.
World 2 in the 6 slot. In the 7 slot, we have Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls versus Airplane 2. I've seen them both.
Me too, but I will say
I didn't like
I'm
either.
acing it up, and I didn't either, but I'm acing it up because Airplane 2 was fucking horrible.
It was so disappointing, and it wasn't like
There's no way
It didn't come out when we were. It was past. It was before us, right?
There's only one Airplane movie,
Only
and,
one.
and that's all I can remember from what I just was read.
Yep.
That meant anything to anybody.
Yep.
The rest was, man, I got the peas in the pod, run the fish to the garden, run the hose, I got the peas in the pod, run the fish to the garden, lay them down, smack them. Whatever the fudge, there's 90 different ways to say them all. We all said them all. Then we'd argue. Then you go back and watch it and be like, oh, we all got it wrong. Like I just did. Ain't no thing. Just lay them down, smack them and yak them. Shit, I can dig it. I can dig it.
Florence Henderson, I speak chive.
When she said she spoke jive, it was over.
I speak chive.
Because if you guys have ever been on an airplane in that situation, never mind.
So Kevin, you won't be surprised to hear this, and I hope you think this is okay. But I was recently at a it was like a work event, but like it wasn't like at
But also
the
like a
office,
bat mitzvah.
but also but not quite, not a brie or bat mitzvahs
Or
per
a bris.
se.
Not
Or
a bris.
not a bris.
And definitely not a baptist.
There was a baked potato bar, and they had the baked potatoes and
Got
all
it.
the ingredients. And as they're asking me what I wanted, do I want sour cream? Do I want bacon?
Oh,
do I
someone
want
else
cheese?
has to make your baked potato?
And they were putting it on. And they said, do you want chive? And I said, excuse me, I speak chive. And I said, I speak chive. And I swear I was waiting for like the house to explode. I thought that for sure the streamers would come down. They would be like, fireworks would go off. I was like, I speak chive. I was like, I speak.
Well, I'm sorry, head honky Sean Cornelius didn't find that funny and send the
I was like, this is
the
the
tweet on
wait a
time.
It still is potentially the greatest thing I've ever said in my life, and I'll stand by it.
And
I
you woke
speak
up the next
jive.
morning and you woke up and you giggled yourself.
Yeah.
You giggled yourself into the bathroom to brush
No
your
one
teeth, didn't
cares
you
about-
son of a bitch.
Anything that happened in my entire life, if on my gravestone, I would love to be like, in November of 2025, quote, I speak chive, end quote. That to me would be great. Airplane 1, no question.
The day
No, Ace Ventura.
Meringolo tapped out.
Ace Ventura
And
Part
they
2.
were singing.
Winner.
Mm.
And they were singing, I speak chive.
Jive.
Naked Gun 2.5 versus Anchorman 2.
Not
Oh,
close.
this-
Not close.
okay, but hold on.
Not close.
This is a great matchup of two movies that stuck as close to the formula as they possibly could. Maybe even more so than American Pie 2. American Pie 2 is really the only other one on this entire list that I look at and I think they literally had this has to happen in the first scene, second scene, third scene, fourth scene. There was no deviation whatsoever. Hangover was the worst. They did it the worst. American Pie did it. Naked Gun 2.5 versus Anchorman 2. I mean, the only thing, the reason why I'm going to make an argument for both of these movies. Naked Gun 2.5, yes, it was formulaic, but you have to give him credit for not being Naked Gun formulaic. Okay, oh, nice beaver, and she like passes down the stuffed beaver. You know what I'm saying? Like that's shtick. That's Mel Brooks. That's old school. That's just like, oh, you know what I mean? Like they took from Naked Gun to
Lisa Marie Presley, by the way. It's not just
Lisa Marie
like
Presley,
not
all the
like-
way through to
It's not like it was like some Canadian or outsourced
yeah.
beaver.
Is that how it was? Yeah, no, this was domestic. This was straight domestic beef, and it was a pelt of epic proportions, Kevin. So I'm
was
going. I'm going to say, is in the most official capacity that I can muster. I'm going to. God dang it! I have to.
I've given power of attorney to Ken due to the fact that my face has turned red on the screen.
The formula that made me laugh the hardest. Yes, I love Naked Gun, but I saw the outtakes from Anchorman, and it would never ever. I can't erase that from my brain. The Paul Rudd, Will Ferrell.
2.5 was the worst shit I've ever. I could not.
It was shtick. It was slapstick shtick.
Listen.
Yeah.
It took enough of me to embrace the first one, which I did. But that's it's not a family. That's two separates. When you go from 1 to 2.5, you've 0.5'd me. And there ain't no half stepping. There ain't no half stepping. You and I were born and raised this way, so obviously.
Ain't no
half stepping, because we're together.
By the way, the Boogie Down Productions has been popping up on my playlist lately. We're gonna have to get back to that. Shout out to Darren McClinton. Shout out to Kevin McClinton. May he R.I.P. our brothers.
Man,
those I remember. So I quick segue or quick sidebar. When I didn't know who Boogie Fresh Productions was, but I had an old MTV MTV Jams, right? The rap show.
Well, it was MTV Raps
MTV Raps.
MTV Jams.
Yeah. So Yo MTV Raps, but MTV Jams, but Yo MTV Raps had a CD, and I had it, and they were volumes of it, and there was some crazy old stuff. Like I'm talking top billing from the old days. They were the hottest. Top 2 productions, old school.
Did we get home from school? If we were like, oh my God, we got practice an hour. Do we have to go to practice?
Yeah.
And we were junkies.
Everything
that's when music and sports hit right.
Everything came from that.
I'm sorry.
It's this right here.
I'm sorry. Thank you. I just want a little splash.
We always have a lifeguard on duty. Always have a lifeguard on duty. The Boogie Down Productions, like the old school Brooklyn, the old school Bronx, rap, hip hop, whatever. But from the late 70s, early 80s specifically. Was some of the greatest stuff, and then that bred the Yo MTV Raps and the MTV Jam stuff. When Darren and Kevin started coming to the basement and we started playing some old school stuff, and Darren was just such a Boogie Down guy. And when we used to listen to that old, and it's hard sometimes. I mean, people if you love what's happening right this very second, it's hard to listen to the stuff that was based on. If you don't really appreciate it, because everything that's been sampled for the last 25 to 35 years is from that 7-year window coming out of the original hip hop rap scene. It is so amazing.
From the funkiest that the 70s had to offer.
Yeah, and they were figuring it out. Like Q-Tip from Tribe, he used to go to yard sales and flea markets in New York City and find old jazz records.
Beats. It's all about beats.
And if you go, so my friend Calvin, who went to, I think he was a Bladensburg Mustang, and he was 94 also. Mm-hmm. And he knew some McNamara boys. He's a buddy of mine, Calvin. If you go on Spotify, and I encourage everyone to do this, it's called, it's Far Side and Tribe. I think it's called Bizarre Tribe or something along those lines. There's this DJ who strung together a lot of Tribe and Far Side and some other stuff. You have that, but then you also have a whole playlist.
Engine number 9, definitely getting blasted. Every DJ from that era put those two with that at some level, at some era of some happiness that we didn't know was happening. I didn't at the time.
No. I went to a record store here in Kensington, over in the Antique District, and there's this guy. I wanted to buy my son a record.
You could pick Flu vinyls. Oh, it was the best.
But this particular guy, wasn't a guy who sold a lot of real actual vinyls. He was mostly selling to DJs. So all of his vinyls were the song and then the song without the words, so that DJs could just spin the background part of it. There's also another Spotify playlist. Again, I mean, I got it right here. These are my guys. You can go and listen to. They have. I'll before next Tuesday. I'll get the name of it. But they actually put the tracks that Q-Tip sampled, and you can hear him. Now he changed the sound of it. He changed the beat of it. He changed a lot of stuff. But if you listen to some of these, it's old school jazz. It's old school, like European, like French, instrumentals. It's crazy. And he would just literally go to these flea markets, buy these records, go back to his apartment in like the Bronx. I think it was the Bronx. Listen to them and mix them up, and that became the foundation for the entire Tribe Called Quest experiment. And you can listen to the original records, and a lot of times you're like, oh, yeah, but how good they're good. They're really good. If you listen to the original jazz tracks, there's some of those tracks, they're like 5, 6, 7 minutes long sometimes. And these are amazing musicians. And you're like, oh, of course it inspired one of the greatest bands of all time. Of course it did. And they're not
my
rap.
favorite new nickname for you, French Instrumental.
French Instrumental.
French Instrumental. What's up? What are we doing this weekend? Big Frenchie.
Big Frenchie. All right.
What's up, French INT?
All right. So we're in the semis. Give me the matchups. One versus the first winner versus the second winner. Who is it?
I forgot to write everything down. AP2 versus H2.
American Pie 2 versus Hangover 2. I'm American Pie 2. I'm going to ride them through.
That's fair. That's fair.
You there?
Well, Hangover 2 was, I don't know. I like it better. So, you know what? I'm H2, you're AP2. I'm trying to go quickly, but
we're going to turn it over to Ken Harris. That's what he's here for.
Good.
Dude, that's the whole system.
American Pie 2 or Hangover 2?
Yeah, you get to be the deciding factor. Who's the second matchup? What
CV versus Euro.
CV versus I'm European Vacation versus Christmas. Now, and I know that's sacrilege to a lot of people, and I love Christmas Vacation. It's one of my all-time favorites for sure. I love Chevy Chase more than most people, but European Vacation
way more than me. If you
can take that out there.
In the history of comedy, there's only one face I would have to jump. At the time, I hated him as much as I did off like a stool, and then like punch him in the face because he's taller than me. But I think he has the most punchable comedic face. In fact,
he did himself no favors over the years.
No, but he's also made me laugh. I'm not like someone that doesn't like him, but
Dusty Bottoms.
If we're all hanging out there one night and everyone's telling their jokes and I'm just minding my business and someone comes up to me and Bill Murray's like, all right, here's $100,000. Go punch one motherfucker in the face. He is catching all the knucks.
Okay.
That's all.
The old Tucker Knuckler.
No, but I'm not saying I'm a tough guy or he's not or Bill Murray's my idol.
Hangover 2 goes through.
Got it.
All right. So I got European Vacation. Do you have Christmas or European?
I have Christmas.
Okay. Ken Harris gets a second.
I know,
Ken Harris.
I said that.
This is the Ken Harris draft.
I know, and it should be.
All right. What's the next matchup? Wayne's World 2 versus
Hot Shots Part 2.
Oh, I'm Wayne's World 2 all day.
Me too.
All right, that's an easy one. All right, so we have Ace Ventura 2 versus Anchorman 2. I'm Anchorman 2.
I'm Ace Ventura.
Okay. All right, so Ken Harris, you have 2 decisions to make that send us to the Final Four. You must pick between...
so he went CV. He went H2.
He went Hangover 2.
Yep.
He went Christmas Vacation.
Yep.
And now he's got to go Anchorman 2 versus Ace Ventura 2. We'll see where he goes with this one. Man, I can't believe we got over an hour of content off just mostly kickers and Ace Ventura.
Let me just say this real quick. What's super cool is like I give a shit and hope that all you guys that are on tonight are doing great. Like all week, all month, all year. It's so much fun to do this with you guys and to get in here and have this. This is like we're all brothers here, but we're not seeing each other. I wish I could hang out and I wish we could do this in person one time. So much. Much.
We will. And you know what? We will.
Specifically to all the guys listening to it being said live right now because you guys know your lives are nuts. Our lives are nuts. You've watched our lives be nuts. We've watched yours.
I want to know from folks whether they tell us on the board now or they reach out to us at a later date individually, what would be a better time of year to do an in-person gathering? Because not everyone lives necessarily around, but so it'd have to be like, it'd have to make sense.
The double rabbit hole time of year.
Yeah, so is it someplace
to hide from everybody?
Yeah, that's
specifically.
true. So outside of football season, probably.
Right. Well, I would imagine, although it always makes sense for all of us to, but
Is it summer? It's got to, obviously, you got to think people have kids and school and sports, and that never stops no matter what.
Summer is the only answer.
Summer's the only answer. SummerSlam?
Summer's the only answer.
Anchorman 2 is Ken Harris's answer.
Bang.
All right. So
Anchor, it is.
Final Four is?
I don't know. I think we're in Anchor was the final 2.
So Anchorman 2 against Ace Ventura 2 wins. Anchorman 2 wins.
Right. Then we had Hot Shots Part 2. It already lost previously to Wayne's World 2. So is it Anchor versus Wayne's World? Is that where we're at?
No. We have a Final Four scenario at this point in time, I believe.
Is this the point of the show where I'm supposed to admit that I was drinking earlier today on Tuesday?
No, not at all.
Well, I wasn't.
So Ken Harris, our Final Four is Hangover 2, Christmas Vacation, Anchorman 2, and so he said Hangover 2, Christmas Vacation. I think we both agreed it was Wayne's World 2 and Anchorman 2. So the first Final Four matchup is Hangover 2 versus Christmas Vacation.
Right.
I'm a Christmas Vacation guy.
I am also Christmas Vacation.
All right. So our second Final Four matchup is Anchorman 2 versus Wayne's World 2.
Got it. That's what I was missing. So Anchorman 2 versus Wayne's World 2.
I'm Wayne's World.
Oh, shit. Fine. I'm Wayne's World also. Party on, Garth.
All right. Wayne's World 2 in the finals versus Christmas Vacation. This is where by the way,
I am Christmas Vacation. Ken can do what he wants.
No, Ken's not doing what he wants.
No,
he is. He's going Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is we've gone down the road here, and for the most part, we have decided that Saturday Night Live rocks the house.
I agree. It always has in my world.
It always has. These guys.
I didn't see it there's about 20 years I didn't see it, but I've seen all those episodes.
Yeah.
Because I cared about seeing them. And if I missed them, I was sad. Sometimes it was VHS, sometimes it was DVR, but now it's just old school. No. In the summertime, you get to watch all the reruns without DVRing anything, which I don't do anymore. Anyways,
score prediction this week?
We are not going to lose. We are not going to fucking lose. I predict that shit.
It's not going to it will extend our non-winning streak, but
yeah, that's all right. I can deal with that. I can deal with a non-punch to the freaking taint.
This is where I'm at right now. I'm gonna do it in quick fire fashion. And
you've been taking taint punches longer than me? I don't think so. I've been alive longer than you.
Do I have to put my hands on my hips? I will say this right now.
I'm done.
If we continue to rise in the draft, and I'm not going to do anyone any favors. I'm not predicting where we're picking in the first round.
Or puff out in the draft. Doesn't have to just be length. It could be area times length times width equals mass.
I'm Caleb Downs in the top. So this is the beauty of. Okay, so this is what I think I shared this with you.
I want Caleb Downs too.
Caleb Downs is my guy.
Who doesn't want Caleb
Everyone wants
Downs,
him.
though?
He's going to be drafted in the top 5.
But to a great football team.
He's going to be drafted in the top 5. Maybe it's us, maybe it's not us. But this is where you. So I have 3 guys that I'm looking at. Caleb Downs, if I'm in the top 5. If I'm in the middle of the first round, Jeremiah Love, the running back from Notre Dame. And if and when we win the Super Bowl, which as I said this before, if and when we win the Super Bowl, I'm going. I think his name is Emmanuel Dixon, but I'm not quite sure. He's a safety from Toledo. He's like 6'5", 6'3", 6'4". He's a giant. He's a badass. I'm looking for badass defensive talents. We don't have a second round, unfortunately. Part of being bad right now.
You were so sad when you asked that question and I answered it, and you were so sad.
Hmm?
We're going to have a top 7 pick.
We're going to have a top 7
As
pick.
of today,
Yep.
we have the 7th effing pick. I know shit's going to,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it ain't getting better for us in the next 6 weeks.
No.
So I'm telling you right now, schedule us in as a top 10 son bitch.
The cool thing about our organization drafting in the top 7 next year, let's find it. Let's talk about it for 10 seconds, is that we don't need to draft a quarterback and we don't need to draft a left tackle. That's huge.
Although our left tackle is in the draft year, but Connerly and
Coleman.
can also
And we
Got it.
we still have Tunzel.
Our O-line is our best unit.
We're not drafting.
Our O-line's our best fucking unit.
It's kind of insane that that's the case.
Isn't
but
that?
It's probably true.
It's our best fucking unit.
We need more than anything else. We need talent.
Mm-hmm.
Any talent we can get, we need to stack it up. Whenever we talk about the rebuild, whether we went into a hard rebuild. Okay, everyone's talking about we got to blow it up all over again. Listen, we blew it up, and it's being put back together in front of your eyes. We traded away Chase Young. We traded away Montez Sweat. We brought in draft picks for who we could get draft picks for. We played the compensatory pick game. We got the right quarterback.
There's one game to play. Adam Peters, second contract game. These
Yes.
27-year-olds. We need
Yes.
young. We need wisdom with youth. We can't be getting the 34-year-olds for
Yeah.
1-year deals anymore, and we don't have enough juice in the draft game to get what you and I know we
Yeah.
need to build. So where else is there, Ken? It is the 27-year-old game. It is the cats that got drafted in the 4th,
Yeah.
5th, and 6th round 4 years ago coming up on one. How can we differentiate between which one of those cats can help, which can stick around?
This is the
Who
beauty.
can be a bargain?
Beauty of Adam Peters is that he was with the first class front office before he came here. The biggest thing you are looking for, because you talk about a draft class in 2026, and I believe this. I think the 2027 draft class is better than the 2026 draft class. Who fucking knows? I don't, but that's what I think. All I'm saying is Adam Peters is in his first 2 years on the job. The best front
It's a
offices,
5-year deal.
they all have a look at every draft class. He's been looking at these draft classes for when they come into college, because they're
Yeah.
getting 3 years out of their high school
Right.
year. So you're always tracking that group of guys. Adam Peters, he's not arriving late to the scene. He knows who these people are. If you're going to sit at the top of this draft and you have a chance at Caleb Downs, which at number 7, I'll tell you right now, we won't have a chance at Caleb Downs. I also will tell you right now,
Agreed.
I think we're going to draft higher than number 7. Probably.
Oh, well, I'm just saying where we're at right now.
Where we're at right now, we're not getting Caleb.
But also,
But there's some good ass players.
losing to Miami, what we got left, unless just Philly can take a knee because they're up by 4.5 games, we got them twice in the last 3
I'm
weeks.
starting Sam Hartman in week 19, whatever it is. Oh, and I'm not trying to lose necessarily. But I like losing to Miami Dolphins. Like when one of the things I said coming out of this game, like my first thought, and this is the way my stupid brain thinks. My very first thought was, I believe those are 3-7 teams who just played each other, and one team is going to draft higher than the other, and it could come down to this game, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So, I'm not. You can't put all your eggs in the Caleb Downs basket because we're not one player away, and that's not the case. But we need talent. We have to stack talent. We inherited a talent deficiency from the previous administration, to use the political terms of the day. We need to keep building a group of talented football players. So here's where I'm at in terms of Adam Peters. So we talk about year 3 for Dan Quinn, and year 2, whatever. Adam Peters is kind of getting his feet in the ground. You don't get to be. So we were 12-5 last year, and we're not going to be that this year. And you don't get to be that kind of perennial contender until you can stack enough talent at a couple of key positions where no one can defend it. Like, and I for example, Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. For example, George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. If the Dallas Cowboys were smart, they'd be riding that way tomorrow. For example, T. Higgins and Jamar Chase.
You just named my whole entire fantasy team.
Yeah.
Here's why. It did all those choices.
Yeah. Got to stack talent. You got to stack talent. You can't just.
Some of that talent's been overstacked. Some of it is over surplus.
Yeah.
Just being honest.
Yeah. No. We haven't gotten to a spot on an offense from a skill position.
We're 14th in the NFC in playoff terms.
Yeah.
We're the 14th slot. The fuck. Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I know.
I like to interchange.
We don't have.
Yeah.
Come on. We aren't like we're not like you want to be multiple as a play caller and as an offense and as a defense. So we're not that, but we're also like you can't even line up like you're 11 guys. You can't even have like 11 above average guys, right? What you have to have is like 2 or 3 of the best at 1 or 2 spots that you can overload so the other team can't handle it. And the other team, because in the NFL, if everybody is just like above average, you can match up with that. But like if you have to decide who to cover between Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery and Amon-Ra St. Raw,
that's dictated by the defense you run, by the way.
Sure,
but also. When those coordinators are giving their speeches and teaching everyone how to coach defense, they don't incur for one team having 2 stables.
2. Yeah.
Sorry, 2 backs from that same stable.
It's crazy.
Can do those 2 things.
Yeah.
They both are diverse in their own way.
Yeah. And you have these teams.
Not just a big runner. He can catch the ball in the flat and go 40.
Of course.
They're both multifaceted. It's bonkers what we're dealing with.
And they have their long offensive talent in like a couple of spots because Jameson Williams and Amon-Ra St. Bra and
come on.
And David and Sam Laporta, so
which is what we thought we were doing this goddamn year with Ertz, McLaurin, and Debo.
Yes.
So that's the thing. Come on,
we haven't had McLaurin and Debo on the field. So we tried.
I know.
We went the route of trying to stack talent.
I know.
And it didn't work for injury reasons, not like talent reasons.
But
that's
Debo will never be here again, and that's okay. And I love that he
sure?
100,000%.
Okay.
Unless he doesn't want to play for money anymore.
How much do you think he makes per year?
Bro, you don't think Buffalo, you don't think all these teams that are right there on the fringe will be like, we're
He's
one
so
Debo.
good.
I know.
So good.
But here's why.
If he's $20 million a year, I know like the big
2
guys are getting
cats
40.
at 30. We're going to go 2 31-year-old cats.
No. I'm saying
that's some old puss, Ken.
Terry's 30, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I'm saying I think Debo's 20.
Do you think he's 20?
Yeah.
20 years old?
No, I think he's $20 million for like a 3 or 4 year deal.
Yeah, that's a lot for some
That's
old
for some old balls.
Got
it, but we can't draft anyone.
I
don't know. I'm so Kevin.
I know.
I don't
How
know
are we here right now? T would say we were 1 hour too long. We're talking about
I think there's a chance Debo comes back only because of Jaden Daniels.
Oh my God!
Only because he wants to play with
Debo comes back, then he better be protecting as a pass blocker on the offensive line.
This is his last big contract, whatever it is. Whatever.
We can't have 2 34-year-olds.
I know.
To fudge, dude.
So
Debo coming in this year showed us like a transitional thing. I love him as a football player.
Yeah.
Fantasy.
Me too.
I love him as a football player.
Love
but
him.
He costs too much to have around here. I'm so happy we had him this year, and he was great for us.
But is 20 to 25 million too much?
Yes.
I don't know if it is, Kev.
Our defense stinks, Ken.
It stinks out loud.
We can't do shit. No, we need 2 Debos to rush the passer. One has to sit on the other guy's head like a totem. And still have all the skill sets on offense. Like, goddamn. Are we still live?
Maybe.
I have to pee for a second time.
We're gonna sign off. We're gonna sign off.
Should.
I'm going to say on November 18th, 2025, that Debo is on our team next year.
I will guarantee you this. I love you, Debo. You're a great football player. You did whatever you could this year, and He's been hurt for 7 straight years.
He
by
looked
the
good
way.
this week, by the way.
He did, but for the previous 3, he looked like he had a heel injury.
Terrible.
I know.
Which
God bless
is
you,
how
Debo.
he looked at San Francisco.
Adios, Debo.
Yeah.
There's no way we can have Debo. Our future does not involve Debo. Glad he had a nice stop.
We love old guys, though. We love old guys.
Old balls are our favorite. But
He turns 30, and that's like our
Dude.
scouting department just got an alert. They were like, ding. There's a 30-year-old wide receiver available.
which
for you
means
guys.
let's get Terry, a big ass.
We need the biggest ass.
No, the biggest, mother fudging fastest, and let him go to work with that man and Jalen Lane as a healthy man with Luke back healthy. Let's stop talking about wide receiver and let our offense run through Jaden Daniels healthy.
Kevin, is it true that you're a staunch proponent? So we're talking about these soccer players as kickers.
Oh my God, 10-5-1.
Talk to me about the beach volleyball players as possession wide receiver situation, because you're all into it.
I quit. Take my volleyball. I popped it. I'm gonna go.
Take your Speedo
face down in the sand.
Take your Speedo and go home.
I don't have a Speedo.
All right, fair enough. All right, you guys. Awesome night. Appreciate everyone hanging out with us. Everybody who listens to us the next day, God bless you. Thank you so much for giving us the minutes of your time and
allowing us to steal these last 4 minutes of your time.
We're going to be doing 2 football games on the weekend.
What?
Saturday at 4, Sunday at 6. The high school championships here in DC.
These people down here don't know what they're doing.
They're going to be not on our channel and not on our pay-per-view channel. The WCAC will be marketing those. If you wanted to hear us call high school football this weekend, you get a chance to just do just that. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Hey,
you guys are the best.
Being football fans is fun.
This guy's the best.
Tuesdays are fun.
Come on, man.
3 and 8, not so fun, but kind of fun.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
We'll be all right.
Someday.
Let's get out of here with a little bit of good stuff here.
If you leave, Debo, don't look back. You were injured for 100 years.
I'm Ken Meringolo. He's Kevin Ricca.
All right, man. Love you guys.
We'll see you on Tuesday night.
Oh, thank you.
7 days from now.
Thank you for making the week so much better.
A non-loss.
You can't lose next week. I think you acted a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
I did.
You put a rabbit hole shirt on and you went full.
I might have to wear it every week now.
You're gonna have to change the color. I think you can do that through the art and produce staff that we've recently.
I never thought about the bourbon. Whenever I thought someone said rabbit hole bourbon, and I was like, it's very good. I enjoy it. And then as soon as I started telling my kickers and I saw myself wearing a rabbit hole shirt, I was like, this isn't bad, man. This is not good.
It was straight kicker. We kicked it. You know what? Gotta happen. Let's muff it up, fellas. Next week's tight ends.
Let's go muff it up in the green room.
Oh, we don't muff that up.
By the way.
That's just done to perfection.